Hey, what's going on, everybody? Spegmeister here, and welcome to the final act in my Halo 3 Legendary walkthrough. Last time I played, we infiltrated the flood-infested city of High Charity in order to rescue Cortana from the Gravemind. After doing so, we destroyed the reactors to the city and then made a break for the Pelican before the city would blow up. In this episode, we're going to land on the newly constructed Halo and activate the installation to help destroy the flood for good.
We are aboard. Humans and elites. Will you not come with us, brother? No. This is our fight. And I will see it finished.
Johnson, do you have the frigate?
Yes, ma'am. I'll land her as close to the control room as I can.
Safe is better than close, Sergeant Major.
Roger that. And ma'am, it's good to have you back.
Halo. It's so new, unfinished. I'm not exactly sure what will happen when we fire it.
We'll head for the portal. And we'll all go home.
If you turn and face the wreckage behind you, you'll find a decent arsenal of weapons to choose from. Whether you want to stick with the Bell Rifle or Assault Rifle for long-range combat, or use the shotgun or SMG for close range, the choice is really up to you. Can't really go wrong with this first part.
Did you think me defeated?
Flood dispersal pods. Control room's at the top of that tower, Chief. Go!
So when you drop into the canyon with the control center in sight, a bunch of flood pods will drop in from the skies, leaving behind a bunch of combat forms into the arena. So hang back, let the combat forms work their way to you. You can switch back and forth between weapons, using the rocket launcher to target larger groups, and then whatever weapon you chose at the start, you can use to take on individual combat forms. If you run out of the rocket launcher, there is a fuel rod just off to your right. Watch your flanks during this part. You'll have some combat forms looping around to your right. Further ahead, there is a second fuel rod cannon. Make sure to secure ammo from that weapon too. Along with that, there is a rocket launcher just off to the left-hand side of the tower.
There should be ramps that lead to the top. Check the other side.
Along with that rocket launcher, there is a second one to your right hand side, although that weapon only contains 2 rounds. Continuing your way further along the slope, you'll have a few more pods dropping in. Take this part slow, make sure none of these combat forms try to slip behind you. Then as you're closing in on the first part of the tower, a bunch of combat forms will drop down from the very top. Have at least 1 grenade ready and 2 rockets. At the very start of this path, there is a flamethrower available, though I really find that I don't end up using it very much, except against the pure forms. For this run, I'm just gonna leave it behind. When you reach the midway point along this first path, turn behind you and you'll find some combat forms dropping in. Either have a brute shot ready or a couple of rockets to deal with this group.
I got you covered, Chief. Meet you at the top of that tower. Keep moving, Chief. I got your back. Crawling all over that tower. Watch yourself.
So during this part, look out for any combat forms that leap down to the lower level. Deal with them first before you head up to this level and take on these guys. Just like before, you will have additional combat forms launching in from behind. If you're running low on the brute shot and want to save the rocket launcher, use a couple of grenades to weaken the group.
Spark, you in there? Open the damn door.
Of course, Wrigley. Just as soon as you dispose of all proximate blood rays. I'm afraid contamination protocols do not allow for...
Yeah, I hear you.
Was that the Monitor? You didn't tell me he was here. Well, we are finally doing what he wanted.
When you finally get to the top of the tower, grab both of the auto turrets and set them up in that little area back to back. That little spot is really good to help provide a distraction against some of the combat forms and pure forms that get up on the tower with you. In the first wave, all the combat forms will launch up on the right hand side of the tower if you're looking away from the door, and then the second wave will come up on the left and towards the center. Whatever you have left in the rocket launcher, use up during this battle.
Fleets of thousands. Consume the galaxy of flesh and mind and
Once the Grave Mind says those lines, that means you're just about done with this fight. Just hang in there a little bit longer. Usually whichever combat form has a heavy weapon, he'll also drop a bubble shield with him. When the fight is all done, make sure both the auto turrets are destroyed, and then you're good to go.
Open up! Coast is clear.
Not for long. I'm tracking additional dispersal pods. They'll be hitting any minute.
Chief, Arbiter, let's move! Better button up and buckle down, team.
Do I take life or give it? Who is victim and who is foe?
It's trying to rebuild itself on this ring.
Hurry! Control room's close!
For this next upcoming battle, I'm not going to say a whole lot, except have your bubble shield ready and back you up to the door when you do so.
Yank me, Chief.
I'm not gonna lose her, too.
Oh, hello. Wonderful news. The installation is almost complete.
Terrific.
Yes, isn't it? I have begun my simulations. No promises, but initial results indicate this facility should be ready to fire in just a few more days.
We don't have a few more days.
But a premature firing will destroy the Ark.
Deal with it.
Will destroy this installation. Unacceptable! Unacceptable! Absolutely unacceptable! Protocol dictates action! I see now that helping you was wrong! You are the child of my makers, inheritor of all they left behind. You are Forerunner. But this ring is mine. I take no pleasure in doing what must be done. You do not deserve this ring. I have kept it safe. It belongs to me.
Not for long. Kick his ass.
You hurt my feelings. Think of your more powder. I am the monitor over installation 04. Oh my lord.
I'm getting you out of here.
No, you're not. Don't let her go. Don't ever let her go. Send me out with a bang.
Chief, I'm so sorry.
I am sorry, Spartan. But come.
Alright, so after you come out of the boss fight, you'll start off with just an assault rifle. You'll lose every other piece of equipment that you have. So as you exit the control room, let the Arbiter go ahead and deal with the combat forms and some of the infection forms until you can acquire 2 plasma rifles. Now, why it's so important that you have the auto turrets destroyed before going into this battle is that when you step out, they'll turn against you.
Even in death, Sergeant Light.
Dawn, of course. The frigate. We still have a chance. Find the doorway in the cliffs, Chief. The Dawn is on the other side.
Going along this ledge, you'll have a bunch of combat forms to take down. Usually the Arbiter will run ahead of you if you slow down during this part. So if you need to quickly back off and get your shields back. Just let the Arbiter run ahead of you and he'll absorb quite a bit of the damage. Heading in here, you can either prioritize the Sentinels or the combat forms. It really doesn't matter.
Like water I am and food. Defeat is simply the addition of time to a sentence I never received.
Down this corridor, you'll have a few carrier forms to knock out. This is one of the rare times where I can actually make use of the Sentinel Beam. The only unfortunate thing about this weapon is that you'll go through its ammo pretty fast.
Don't let this ring be the end of us, Chief.
As we turn the corner and head down this corridor, we'll finally arrive at the Wardog. I'm not going to really talk over this Wardog run. I'll just let you guys enjoy the music and the scenery that you'll find.
There! Johnson's Warthog. Come on, Spartan. Go, go, go! Drive, Chief. Head for the frigate. The dawn is close. We can make it, as long as the ground doesn't fall out beneath us. Charging sequence. It's too much for the ring to take. Halo's ripping itself apart. Hurry, Chief. Don't stop. Charging sequence at 30%. 90%, Chief. Firing sequence initiated. Got it, Chief! Jump! Floor it! Right into the hangar! Hang on! Chief! If we don't make it,
We'll make it.
it's been an honor serving with you, John.
For us, the storm has passed. The war is over. But let us never forget those who journeyed into the howling dark and did not return. For their decision required courage beyond measure, sacrifice, and unshakable conviction that their fight, our fight, was elsewhere. As we start to rebuild, this hillside will remain barren, a memorial to heroes fallen. They ennobled all of us, and they shall not be forgotten.
Present! Up!
I remember how this war started, what your kind did to mine. I can't forgive you. But you have my thanks for standing by him to the end. Hard to believe he's dead.
Were it so easy.
Things look different without the Prophet's lies clouding my vision. I would like to see our own world, to know that it is safe.
Fear not, for we have made it so.
By your word, Arbiter.
Take us home.
Chief? Can you hear me? I thought I'd lost you too.
What happened?
I'm not sure. When Halo fired, it shook itself to pieces. Did a number on the Ark. The portal couldn't sustain itself. We made it through just as it collapsed. Well, some of us made it. You did it. Truth and the Covenant, the Flood, it's finished.
It's finished.
I'll drop a beacon, but it'll be a while before anyone finds us. Years, even. I'll miss you.
Wake me when you need me.
Prepare for action. What do you call him, Spartan Locke?
I don't understand the question.
117, the Master Chief. He is not your friend. Is he your foe?
He's gone AWOL and the UNSC want him back. I'm going to bring him home.
I admire your sense of duty, Spartan. But if he has left the fold, he has his reasons.
I'm sure he does, Arbiter. And I intend to find out what they are.
Alright, and that is going to conclude it for the final episode in my Halo 3 Legendary series. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the series if you've been following along from the start or somewhere in between. It has been a real pleasure to go through this campaign once more. A lot of good memories and set pieces throughout the game. Along with that, there's also the amazing War Dog run. Can't forget that. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for tuning in with me. If you want to check out any other guides that I have completed, head on over to the channel and you can find the playlist for the relevant games that I've done so far. I've got Halo Wars, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, and now Halo 3 in the books. So until next time, I wish you all a good day or night, and I'll see you then.